Startup Stories in association with Olook.in. Few companies go beyond connecting people, they transform the world. Similarly, a brand was born in 1865 in a paper mill in southwest Finland, which was considered as one of the most successful and important Fortune 500 company. That is the name that revolutionized the world of communication and has ruled the phone market for so many years. However, things took a drastic turn, and this leader was not just dethroned from its position, but was banished from the game itself. Today, we take a look at the rise and fall of one of the most loved mobile brands in the world, Nokia. Formerly known as Nordic Mobile Phone, the company built the first international mobile phone network in 1981. This was the beginning of the mobile era. Nokia DX200, their first digital telephone switch, went into operation a year later. What began as a simple idea slowly started manifesting into a major mobile revolution. Nokia launched Mobita Talkman portable phone, and later in 1987, the world saw Mobita Cinnamon, which was the first handheld phone. In 1991, when the concept of GSM came into existence, Nokia's equipment was put to use to make the first GSM call, and what followed later disrupted the entire mobile market. In the year 1992, Nokia's first GSM handset, Nokia 1011, hit the market, and it became an instant hit. Later, the popular trademark Nokia tune was launched, and the Nokia 2100 series was the first handset to have this as its signature tune, when the first ever satellite call was made using a Nokia GSM phone. 4 years later, in 1998, Nokia became the world leader in mobile phone market. The innovation continued along with untiring research. The year 2002 saw the first ever 3G enabled phone, Nokia 6650. Later in 2003, with the launch of Engage mobile gaming, it further pierced its market among youth, and this series became a rage among the youngsters. Well, with such consistency and market leadership, there was no other way but going further up in the table. But for Nokia, it was completely different. It was stepping on to ending its era, which it had built with several years of perseverance and hard work. With the launch of Android and iOS phones, the market for Nokia started diminishing, and thus began the fall of one of the world's largest mobile phone producer. Well, Nokia, like other smartphone pioneers, saw the revolution coming. But it fell behind as Apple flipped the mobile industry upside down with the launch of iPhone in 2007. Later, Google Android-enabled smartphones arrived in 2008 with a lot of innovative features, which further left Nokia's Symbian as a traditional OS. But it all started even before Apple launched an iPhone. Nokia was forced into one of the world's largest product recalls after it admitted that the batteries in 46 million phones were faulty. Well, what followed after that was something that Nokia never imagined would happen. Nokia slowly started going down in the market. Within just a year, Nokia reported a 30% fall in third quarter profits, and the smartphone sales fell by 3.1% during the quarter, while sales of Apple iPhones grew by 327.5%. Later, Nokia announced to cut 1,700 jobs worldwide as the recession badly hit mobile phone sales. While competitors' iPhone and Android-based devices were posing a serious challenge to Nokia's future, it had to opt for desperate measures. It appointed former Microsoft man Stephen Elop as president and chief executive of Nokia. But despite that, Nokia further went down as it again fired 1,800 people from their jobs. Later in the year 2011, Nokia announced a strategic partnership with Microsoft to compete with Apple and Google's Android platform. But still, things were not falling in place for Nokia as the losses of the company further widened. Shares kept falling down as it slumped to a 1.3 billion euro loss. And with this, it further cut down 10,000 more jobs worldwide and announced that its last factory in Finland will also be shut down. Later in 2013, Microsoft acquired Nokia at $7.2 billion. This acquisition showed the world just how far and fast Nokia fell in the recent years. What happened to Nokia is no secret. Nokia was at its heart a hardware company rather than a software company. Its engineers were experts at building physical devices, but not the programs that make those devices work. In the end, the company profoundly underestimated the importance of software, including the apps that run on smartphones for better user experience. It wasn't just that Nokia failed to recognize the increasing importance of software, it also underestimated how important the transition to smartphones would be. And there was another mistake as well. Nokia overestimated the strength of its brand, and they strongly believed that even if it was late to the smartphone game, it would be able to catch up quickly. And thus, even after the iPhone's release, Nokia continued to insist that its superior hardware designs would win over the users. However, Nokia never realized that it was digging its own grave, and ultimately, it had to succumb to its faulty decisions. From making rubber boots in a pulp mill to leading the world in the mobile phone market, Nokia failed to meet the challenges posed by Android and iPhone. In 2008, Nokia was believed as one of the most valuable brands in the world, but it failed to recognize that brands today aren't as resilient as they once were. The high-tech era has taught people to expect constant innovation. When companies fall behind, consumers are quick to punish them. Late and inadequate for Nokia was a deadly combination, and that's how an undisputable era came to a daunting end. The closure of the most loved electronic brand left millions shattered, praying for its return ever since. And as the saying goes, if you wish for something with all your heart, it shall come true, and Nokia was no exception. In the next episode of Startup Stories, learn about Nokia's rise from the dead and its grand return in 2017. Thank you so much everyone for suggesting us to do a video on Nokia and to also feature few stories on how companies struggled even after tasting success. We hope you liked it. Do let us know whose story do you want to see next in the comment section below, and we'll soon have it uploaded on this channel. For more suggestions and feedback, please write to us at info@startupstoriestv.com. Till then, stay motivated.